the last of the 6 exercises in Chapter 11 that deal with exception handling. So we're dealing with this try catch over and over again. And now for this one, they want us to create a game named Guess a Word, in which the player guesses letters to try to replicate a hidden word. Now, we're going to use what was in Chapter 6 to go ahead and do that. And they want Guess a Word with exception handling to throw and catch an exception when the user enters a guess that is not a letter of the alphabet. So if you enter anything other than the letter of the alphabet, it'll throw an exception that says that is not a word, or that character is not in the word. It's not a letter and it's not in the word. So let's go ahead and create our code. Let's start out with our exception. So our exception will be inheriting exception. We're going to call it non-letter exception. And non-letter exception will send the message not a letter, colon, and then whatever C, the character that they sent. Okay? So the user enters something that was not an actual letter, and that'll throw this exception. All right. So what we've got to do is we have to actually create an array of the letters of the alphabet. So this one's fairly complex, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here for us. Drop our main in. Here's our main, and in our main we're going to get this directions out of the way. In our main we're going to declare an array of words, and we've also declared an array of characters, and that's the characters, letters of the alphabet, A through Z. We've also got a random class which will randomly pick one of those words. So we're going to come up with a random number, 0 through word's length. That's going to pick a random number from 0 to however long words is. String select word, words, random number. So we're going to pick whatever the word is that's in that randomly generated number that we put into the index. So each time we run this, it'll pick a different word. We're going to come up with guesses, the word that they guessed. And we're going to populate that over time. Come up with the original word equals selected word, and step by step we're going to come into this, and the selected word, how long is it? Well, selected word, that's however long that character by character is. And for each item that's each character in there, we're going to see if what they guessed is in there. We found it, and it's in there, item by item. This is a heck of a project given what we've done so far. That's why I wanted to give you the code so we can go through it item by item. So they're going to guess a letter. We read it in, convert it to a character, and assume that it's not an actual character. By default, we're assuming it's not an actual character. And we'll go through this loop and check every letter in our letters or the alphabet, check to see if what they input is valid. And if it is, we're good. If it's not, we're going to throw an exception. And here's our section. It's a non-exception. It's that non-letter exception that we created. So we'll throw that exception. Now this whole thing's wrapped in this try. I'm going to try, read what they gave us, and catch. Right line, give them the message. The message is, that's not a letter. This thing will run through item by item. So guess a letter. K. Sorry, K is not in the word. Guess a letter. E. E's not in there. A. A's not in there. I. O. Yay, O's in there. M. So we can go through item by item. Now, let's throw the curveball. An asterisk. Okay. Asterisk, not a letter. Sorry, asterisk is not in the word. Let's keep going. Well, got another one that's in there. I've got so many that I haven't found in there. I've run it far enough. I don't even guess the word. But I'm in this cycle, and I'll keep going in this cycle till we figured out what this is. Now we dealt with that exception. It's a custom exception we created, and it inherited all the attributes and functionality of an exception. We called it a non-letter exception, and we invoked it when we threw it. Okay, and here's where we threw that exception right here. Okay, there's where we threw it, and we passed it the letter. So if it's not a letter, boom, there's our exception. So we can throw built-in exceptions, we can throw customized exceptions. We throw them when we want. We've got our try and our catch. There's our message based on that exception that got thrown. So I'll see you in the next one.